God, was this divorce not good enough for me to just be liberated and free from this human being? Because I really want to be free from this human being. But obviously, because I have kids with this human being, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be free from him anytime soon. They even sent me a copy of the Scholars Act. They're like, listen, brah, we don't care what you guys agreed upon at the maintenance court, but if you guys are not paying and account has been handed over and you have to be listed at the credit bureau, then both your names have to be listed. You know, guys, I was laughing because I could not cry. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self-Love. Story time. This one is such a drag because I don't remember the last time I did a story time of this nature. The last time I did a story time like this, it was really hard and it always gets me so emotional. So I took a couple of days before I could do a story time like this because it's hard. So I posted a video earlier on and I was talking about how I am just going through it. You know, I'm goishing, and the way I'm goishing, I would rather laugh, because if I don't laugh, I will cry. And if I cry, I will not stop crying. The reality of my life is the fact that the Egypt that I thought I had left is actually a mobile Egypt too. It is still here. It is still with me. It is still not going anywhere. And the Egypt that I'm talking about is me having left my marriage 2 years ago, and having had my divorce decree granted to me 2 years ago. I was really determined, the whole of 2021 to work towards clearing up my debts and just getting my life back to the way it was before I got married. And I tried my best and I did the work, and I'm happy to say that I successfully bounced back, by the grace of God. But another year later, I then get to realize that no, actually, I am not really off the hook as much as I thought I would be off the hook. It got me so triggered, a big trigger. Like, this is like the mother of all triggers that I've ever had in my entire life after divorce. Okay, so what happened was that when we were busy with the maintenance court, when I got before I got divorced, because we did the maintenance thing while the divorce was ongoing. So the agreement that we had at the court was that I'm going to pay everything for my daughter and my ex is going to pay everything for my son, right? And we're going to split when it comes to food and all the other stuff, but 100% when it comes to school, I'm responsible for our daughter and my ex is responsible for our son. So I did say there at the court that, listen guys, this person, one of the reasons why we're getting divorced is because of financial abuse. This person does not know how to manage finances. And because of that, I would prefer that all the money for all responsibilities concerning the kids should come to me, because this person is not going to pay. We are sitting here today frustrated and getting divorced because he does not pay debt, and the maintenance officer said, listen, it's also his legal right to get to decide for himself if he wants to be the one that pays. We don't just take your word for it. He has to prove to us that he is incapable of doing it before we can now pass it over to you. Then I said to them, okay, but I know one thing for sure, I'll be back here for a garnishing order, because I know this person. I've spent plus minus 10 years with this person. I know what they're capable of. But I was honestly hoping that he's going to prove me wrong, to a certain degree. But over the past 2 years, he has not proven me wrong, which for me, I feel like, it's fine. If you don't want to prove me wrong for whatever reason, it's on you, I'm not responsible for you anymore. So whether your life is going right or wrong, that's none of my business. I'm just going to go ahead and mind my business, right? So until recently, because of I like to say it's my obsession. Yeah, let me confess it and call it an obsession. My obsession with having a clean credit record or a healthy credit record. I even have SMSs coming through from TransUnion if ever there's any changes on my credit state, ITC on my profile. If there's any change, TransUnion notifies me. So before TransUnion notified me of my current state, this person skipped maintenance, and when he skipped maintenance, his excuse is the same excuse, that he used to give when we were still married. The bank is giving me problems. Like literally, there's one person that I know that the bank hates so much. It's my ex, so because the bank hates him, from time to time, he always has bank problems. And one thing I know is that if he does not give me the money on the day that he's supposed to give me the money, I might as well just forget about it. I'm not gonna get it. So the last time he did something like this, I was behind him, the whole time. I want the money. He kept postponing until he gave me the money. It was in December, I think, of 2021. Yeah. But after that, I sent him a message. I'm like, bruh, please just do a stop order, because I really don't want to be running around after you. I really want to let you live your life. So if you can just do your part, trust me, I'm not going to bug you. So he did the stop order, but then he skipped a payment. I saw the month, the date coming to pass without the money coming into my account. I'm like, oh, okay. For me, automatically, when he does not pay on that date, I'm like, I know for a fact he's not going to pay this money, If a day passes, the payday passes, I know the money is not there anymore. Right? So this time around, I was like, I'm not even going to remind this person. I'm just going to go back to the maintenance court. So I did go back to the maintenance court. And for a couple of days, I would go there and they would try to call him. They would not get him on the phone, because I did tell them, I'm like, okay, guys, listen. Me, I want a garnishing order, So they're like, okay, cool, no problem, but we have to try and get a hold of him first. If we can't get a hold of him, then you can proceed to the garnishing officer or whatever. So on the last day that I went there, which was on a Monday, they said to me, okay, you know what, because this person does not pick landlines, let's just call him with your phone and see if he will pick your phone. If he doesn't, then we can proceed. Then we called him with my phone, he picked. Then the maintenance officer spoke to him and he said, listen, your baby mama is here and we need to sit and talk and discuss these things that are happening. So can you come in tomorrow? Yeah, it's fine, I'll come. And during that time when we were making those arrangements for him to come, I discovered, going back to the notification that came through from TransUnion, which says there's a default under my name. Like, guys, the way I'm so careful with my things, I don't expect a default under my name. I have healthy credits, like I pay my things up to date so that I can just have a clean record, just in case I'll need a loan or need a bond or anything anytime soon. And then I just go straight into the system and I check my things out, my profile, what's going on. So I find out that I'm owing, from the school, my son's school. Like, I don't understand, how can I be owing so much money when I'm not the one who is paying? I don't even understand why these people have my name up there. So I get their number and I call them and I ask them, how, guys, I don't have an account with the school under my name. The account is under my ex-husband's name. Why then am I being listed? They even send me a copy of the Scholars Act. They're like, listen, bruh, we don't care what you guys agreed upon at the maintenance court, but if you guys are not paying, an account has been handed over and you have to be listed at the credit bureau, then both your names have to be listed. Guys, I was laughing because I could not cry, because this thing just affected my credit score. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, if I was planning on doing something right now, I was not going to be able to get anything simply because somebody's son decided that Bona, they don't want to pay, school fees. And it's not even for this year, it's for last year, because this thing is already handed over. When I go print for this year, still, it's owing 3 months. What the hell is going on with this person? Like, literally, the Egypt that I left is still Egypt. But on top of it being Egypt, the Egypt is mobile and it's following me. And that's the thing that triggered me the most. The fact that he's still, directionless in terms of him managing his finances, that's nothing to me. It's none of my business. It's not my problem anymore. But he becomes my problem when those things now affect my kids and they now affect me directly, Because now another thing is that if this issue is not sorted out, it might affect my daughter, because she needs to be accepted in the same school that my son is going to. So if they check the records and they find that these people are still failing to pay for this one, why would they want to take the other one as well? More problems for them. That is a big problem for me as well, to say not only are you putting my name in the mud, but you are also compromising our daughter's chances of getting admission into the school. Big trigger. I was just on the floor and I was like, God, was this divorce not good enough for me to just be liberated and free from this human being? Because I really want to be free from this human being. But obviously, because I have kids with this human being, it doesn't seem like I'm going to be free from him anytime soon. And for me, I felt like the only thing that can save me from this person and be free completely from this person is if we have a garnishing order. And unfortunately, they can't grant me that for now, because he then came and he made promises. No, I will pay this, I will do this, I will do that. The fact that he was able to appear, when they summoned him, that was good enough for them to give him an ear. And one thing I know for sure is that I'm still going to go back. I may not go back this year, but I know that I'm still going to go back to try and get this garnishing order, because this person is not one person who is serious about sorting his life, and even the way that this person is carrying themselves and the way they're talking, literally, it was such a trigger for me to say, oh my gosh, I have been through these conversations with this person so many times in my life, and not even a single conversation got through to this head. And we are sitting here 2 years post-divorce, and this person is still speaking the same language that they used to speak. Excuses. I didn't see the email. I didn't see the call. I don't know what happened. This debt is old. And I asked him, so did you sort out your bank issues? Yes, I did. So why didn't you pay the money, maintenance money? No, I used it. Okay, then you'll pay next month. Made arrangements for paying next month. But just the realization that the one thing that I was trying to save myself from when I got divorced, which is relief from, the financial burdens that I was carrying, the financial load that I was carrying, for me to realize that because of this person and their bad decisions when it comes to finances, I am stuck with them for the rest of my life. My gosh, I was so triggered. And the one thing that for me was such an even bigger trigger, and it was an insult. Literally, it was an insult, was when this person is trying to be nice to me, like nice, the nicety, that nice, that trying to hint or trying to say we need to talk about us getting back together or family and stuff. And I'm looking at this person and I'm thinking, dude, really? You think that the Egypt that you are, the mobile Egypt that you are, you couldn't even wait a day before you can come and tell me that you still want to talk to me about that, about sending me in full back to the Egypt that I was in. Like the audacity, the liver, guys, I am so defeated. I am so triggered. And I know that one thing that I'm not going to do is give up on myself or give up on my kids. But I don't want to lie, it really hit me very hard. Me realizing that I'm going to fight with this person for the longest time. And not only just fighting, but the fact that his bad decisions when it comes to finances are still directly affecting me. That killed me. It killed me, It was such a big trigger for me, and it made me realize that I still have a long way to go in terms of me healing from certain things and certain parts of my life, and me just forgiving. Because obviously when you are triggered, the traumas that I faced, I have not completely healed from them, and I still have a long way to go, especially if these type of triggers are going to take me all the way back. The person, the way they carry themselves and the way they speak, the fact that they're still able to speak the same language that they used to speak before right in my face. It's like literally this person, their mind resets, they don't remember that this is how they used to speak to me in the past and stuff. I remember I had a conversation with a lady on WhatsApp when she was saying to me, my Egypt is also mobile, because the lady is also divorced, but she's still enduring verbal abuse from the man that she was married to, because how these people, if somebody has been abusing you verbally when you guys were still together, and even after you were divorced because of the child, you still have to endure to a certain degree the verbal abuse that they used to give you, the emotional abuse that they used to give you because you have a child with them. Me just realizing that to a certain degree, there are things that I can't run away from. There are things that I can never completely bury, because as long as there are kids involved, I'm always going to have this person lingering around in my life. It really hit me hard. But yeah, basically that is the long and the short of it. That is the story of how I've been going through the most, and just, you know, I was knocked down by just the realization of how stuck I am. And whew, yeah, man. So basically that is the long and the short of it. That's what has been in my mind lately, and what has been bothering me and just affecting me in a negative way. But I do believe that I will overcome this, and I felt like I needed to share this with everybody out there that have been following my story and have been using parts of my story to get their own healing, to say that if you are only starting off now, somewhere ahead there, you might have to, one way or the other, deal with mobile Egypt, Yeah, you might have to deal with a mobile. Like, I'm so tired, guys. I'm so drained. This thing has drained me. Yeah, but we push, we move. Literally, guys, I feel like everything just hits me by surprise. Everything just hits me by surprise. There's never a warning sign where somebody would say to me, please expect this. After this, please expect this. Like, every time when I discover these things that I'm always discovering, that I always share publicly, I always ask myself, how come nobody told me these things? Like, literally nobody told me anything about anything that I'm facing and I'm sharing. And this is one of the reasons why I am so, passionate about sharing what I'm going through, because I feel like if I didn't know about the information that I'm sharing, then obviously a lot of people don't know about it out there. So because of that, I feel the urge to just share such information. And this one specifically, because it hit me very hard. I've been trying to think about it, think around it, because if there's one thing that it's really such a drag for me these days, is to talk about anything that is related to divorce. But I do understand that there's a lot of people who have followed me because my story is helping them in their healing journey. And because me sharing also gives me some sort of healing to a certain degree, this is very therapeutic for me. But it doesn't make it any easier. So yeah, man, that's all that I have to share with you guys today regarding the story of how I'm just stuck with this mobile Egypt that is not going anywhere, that does not seem like it's going to be going anywhere anytime soon. Because I always say with my friends that, yes, guys, the way I have been such a loudmouth regarding my divorce and my abuse and everything, if I was that guy, I was going to be on a mission to prove a bitch wrong, for the fact that he's still in his comfort zone and he expects the same person who's been having a loud mouth about him to come back and rescue him. I mean, what the fuck? What is wrong with this person? And the way I'm so defeated, I don't even have the energy to have conversations with this person. Like, I don't know what is going on. And I'll keep asking myself, when I look at this person, I'm like, Mara, perseverance, Mara, you did yourself dirty. As smart as you are, like, you are such a smart lady, how did you get yourself to be stuck with this? How did you get yourself to tolerate this? How did you get yourself to be going through this for so many years that you are here now? And also, this person still believes that to a certain degree they have, a hold over you and they have a chance with you. I mean, what the fuck? What went wrong in my head and in that person's head for them to think that they can still... And also, what went on in my head when I thought that I could really build with somebody like that. I always speak about not being able to regret, because at the time when you did whatever it is that you did, it was the best decision. But right now, when I look at my ex and the conversations that he would like to have with me and what he thinks might happen, it really feels like an insult. And I'm not even saying this in a bad way to think that I'm better than him or anything like that, but the way that I'm so aware of who I am and what I am right now, me being able to have somebody like that taking chances with me really does feel like an insult, It really does. But yeah, that's the long and the short of it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share, and see you on the next one. Okay, take care of yourself. take care of your mental health, and just talk. Okay, talk. Don't bottle things up. You don't have to talk publicly like me, but you can share with those that are close to you. You can share with a therapist, but just take care of yourself. Yeah, God bless you.